now,
we're not talking about time. We're talking about what happened in 2001, bro. It was a one hot album every 10-year
we're
average.
talking about it 20 years later in 2021.
And when Hov said it in 2001, he was
not
right.
correct
Facts.
about that.
The Rap Roundtable.
I wanted to do a special little segment on Ether, the 20th anniversary of Ether, right? And I wanted to do that because, like, you know, like Jar was saying, him and I have gone back and forth, and a lot of Hov fans and Nas fans go back and forth about, like, you know, who really won the battle, which record was really better than the other record. Like, you know, one of them is, you know, more facts than the other. And yeah, like, let's talk about it.
Hey, listen, let's be clear. I've stood on this square for 20 years. Y'all can say what y'all want. Fat Joe and his voters with Angie Martinez, all of that bullshit that took place when they made him vote Super Ugly versus Ether as opposed to Takeover versus Ether. That happened.
Nah, that's true.
That happened.
That's very true.
I stand firm on this square that Takeover was better than Ether.
Why was it better? Let me know.
It's just a better song. And I know you tried to say that Takeover wasn't facts.
It wasn't facts.
Where was the lies in Takeover?
It wasn't facts.
What wasn't facts about Takeover?
Listen. You know I got to do my due diligence. I got my notes here.
I know.
You
We're
know
loving this, y'all. We're loving this, by the way.
Listen, we really need to, like, squash this narrative that, like, Hov's song Takeover was more facts than Ether. Because, like, just because he said it with, like, a little bit of extra gusto.
So Nas wasn't lame in 2001?
No, he wasn't. What the fuck out of here. Niggas was rocking that Uchi Wally crazy in the club.
They was
crazy in the club.
Rocking Horse in the club.
Wow.
Nah, fuck out of here, B.
He had the best verse.
Wow.
Nigga.
He had the best verse.
Get the fuck out of here.
Your man Nas was being Nas wearing a kufi one day, the next minute you owe me for ice.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
What's up?
I'm gonna keep it
Fraud ass Nas.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Okay.
1999 was not a strong year for Nas going into 2000.
What did he do in 2000, right? Sin?
He was taking time off.
What was he doing in 01, Sin?
Dropping Stillmatic and fucking flaming Hov.
Getting cooked.
Flaming Hov.
How he flamed him? Because he said his lips was big and he did typo? That's bars? Fuck y'all niggas. I told you I've been waiting on this episode. I'm here, rare form today, bro.
Listen.
This is a 40 ball coming your way.
All right. Let's go through some of Hov's bars.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Number one.
Mm-hmm. He really got the nose, y'all.
He called him a fag model for Carcanine and Esco ads.
He is.
So we gonna be mad at Nas for doing modeling gigs, for getting that bread?
Who said he
getting the bag?
Who's mad? He just called it what it was.
That's a diss?
Yeah.
Being a model?
So big lip and typo is a diss?
All right.
Next bar.
Next one. I sampled your voice. You was using it wrong. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song.
He did.
Dead Presidents is better than The World Is Yours?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Let's take a consensus.
Yes, it is.
What's better?
Wait, time out. What does rap fans talk about? Do they talk about The World Is Yours or Dead Presidents? What is the most revered song in hip hop? What are we doing here?
Is it?
If you get a room full of Nas fans and you bozos on the internet, y'all gonna say it's Nas. Niggas know better.
There's no way Dead Presidents is a better song than The World Is
better,
Yours.
It's greater. It means more to hip hop.
There's no way. There's no way.
It really does, though.
Mace?
I'm going with The World Is Yours. I'm sorry, Job. You know, I usually land on the whole side of this argument, but I'm not going to go all the way there.
It's 2021.
Shout out to Dead Presidents, though.
It's 2021, and no one talks about that. Dead Presidents gets referenced every day somewhere, bro.
It's a big record, bro.
It's a big record. But again,
it's a big movie, too,
But you know what? Yeah, absolutely. But it's like, at the end of the day, the rare occasion where Deanie, the fakest whole fan I know, agrees with me.
I'll take it, Job.
I kind of have to walk it back. No, I'm walking it back now.
Wow.
I have to walk it back. You're gonna turn heel on me soon anyway. I'm waiting on it. But it's like,
it's happening.
Go ahead. What's the next line?
All right. I know who I paid, God. Searchlight Publishing.
All right.
Exactly.
That was hard.
Let's go.
I'm here to be reasonable.
All right. You said you've been in this 10. I've been in it 5. Smarten up, Nas.
Okay.
Right? In 2001, Hov was in the industry only 5 years.
His debut album dropped in 96.
His debut album dropped in 96.
So he's been in it 5. What's the problem?
Hawaiian Sophie, what year was that?
His debut album dropped in 96.
Hawaiian Sophie, Nas was counting from when he first appeared on wax.
When did Illmatic
That was
drop?
10 years.
When did Illmatic drop?
94. 94 to 01 was 7 years.
All right, so he's
counting
count. What you want me to do? What you want me to do?
What's next? All right, so when he's going through the albums, one album was the other was Illmatic. That's one hot album every
Facts.
10-year average.
That was a bit of an exaggeration.
A bit of an exaggeration.
You know what? But at the same time, in 2001, y'all didn't love It Was Written the way y'all love it now. No, you
point.
don't.
I did.
I did.
Y'all-
absolutely
It was
did.
written, yeah. He's
look,
an Illmatic head.
Listen, I have to make this clear. Just because I love Illmatic the way I do and it's so close to my heart, that doesn't
Right.
mean that I'm shitting on It Was Written. It
Did
Was Written
hip hop love It Was Written
meticulous.
in 2001 like they do in 2021?
That's a
Tell
no.
the truth.
That's a no.
Come on now. We not here for the bullshit today.
It was big where I was at, man. It was huge.
But history proved Nas right.
How so?
Because
what sense?
history,
I don't know what you're
because-
saying.
Because now, looking back on it, if you let the time pass, time will tell.
We not talking
what's
about
really-
time. We talking about what happened in 2001, bro.
All
It was a
right.
one hot
But
album every 10-year
But we're
average.
talking about it 20 years later in 2021.
And when Hov said it
And
in
Hov
2001, he
was
was
not
right.
correct about
Facts.
that.
He was talking
Hov
facts.
was not correct about that.
Says the Nas fan. You niggas are the least accountable people in hip hop. You think I'm gonna agree with y'all now?
Chime in, fellas. What's going on?
When he said 2 was due, the other was Illmatic, I really hated that line because Illmatic, It Was Written is my favorite Nas album. So for me, that line always said, but
Shit was crazy. It was out of line,
it
bro.
was.
Out of pocket.
Okay.
that line
I
was
think
crazy.
I think Hov was really acting like the average fan at the time. I gotta agree with y'all. The average fan at the time, even when I was first getting into hip hop, It Was Written was known as the sellout Nas album.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Over the years, we've appreciated the artistry. We've gotten to like the production more. You know, they didn't like that Trackmaster's production when it first dropped like that. So you know, I'm gonna have to go with Jav with this one. I'm sorry.
Pyro
I
the
do.
World was a
truth.
global
I
hit,
do.
I felt
Tell
like,
the
though.
truth.
But
that's what Mason's
time,
saying.
But time told the truth.
So what we arguing, Sin? That when Hov
we
robbed it,
arguing that
so did Hov get in a
as-
time machine and go 20 years
As
in the
time
future?
would
What the
tell it,
fuck?
as time would tell it, Hov was off on that line.
But he wasn't off when he spit it, bro. Period. Next bar.
He's still wrong.
Well, matter of fact, fuck all this bullshit. Where's the Nas facts at?
all right,
Let's
me pull
talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
So y'all niggas revere.
pull it up.
This is one of
We
the
are
greatest,
talking about Stillmatic
one of
at
the
the end of the
greatest
day.
diss records of all time. Where's it at? What he
People
said?
do see it like that, though.
Where's it at?
All I did was give you a style for you to run with. Smiling in my face, glad to break bread with the God. Nas gave Hov his style. You know that, right?
What style?
What you mean? What style?
What he did? Well, Hov was
man.
outside.
Nah,
with-
we're gonna
man.
act.
See, now,
we're gonna
Bo-
act.
This
Everybody
might get
knows
heavy,
he was on
folks.
that
I-
Das Effects,
I-
Foolish Nickens,
Hold on.
on that original flavor shit.
Okay,
Let's go.
I can talk.
Go ahead.
So one dude not outside, another dude a street nigga, and Nas gave Hov his style. That's what we doing here.
Nah, we're not talking about
That's what we
content.
doing here?
We're not talking about content. We talk about lyrical style, on the mic style.
So Nas gave the whole East Coast they style.
He gave,
That's what Nas fans
How
say.
is it? It's real funny that Hov is the only one who gets singled out for mafioso rap when everybody else was doing it.
Nas actually
Shouts to
did
Ghost and
mention
Red.
that in the song. Who haven't I influenced? You know?
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
If you want to, if that's the argument that Nas influenced the mafioso energy of the entire East Coast, then I'll take the L. But we're not gonna single out Jay-Z when every fucking body else was doing it.
Let's keep it a buck. Hov was a Nas fan.
That's not in question here.
He was a
Nothing
fan.
wrong with that.
That's not so. What's wrong with that? We
And
can
then
dig that.
what had happened was,
Right.
Hov was trying to be down with Nas. I remember hearing this back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Hov was trying to be down with Nas, down with the firm. He
Right.
wanted to get him on records, be on records with Nas. Nas wasn't with it. He wasn't having it. So he was salty.
So
He was an angry fan. He was
Bro,
a stan.
bro,
Just like Nas said.
Wow.
You're a fake, a phony, a pussy, a stan.
Sheesh.
Just like that.
So Jay-Z's wrong for wanting to work with Nas.
He's not wrong.
So what's
He's
your
not
ang-
wrong. He's just like
what's
he's
your
like,
angle?
he's like a jilted lover.
See, you just trying to be funny. Now you just trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, everything Jay-Z said about this fraudulent rapper that you niggas love was facts. All he did was make fun of him and say things that New York City always wanted to say about Jay-Z. Y'all put the cape on and flew all around the 5 boroughs. That's what the fuck happened.
Your ass went from jazz to hanging with Kane.
Sound like a lot of hate to me.
To Irv to Big. and Eminem murdered you on your own shit.
Right. So basically, Nas was the angry washed-up rapper who decided that, you know what, this nigga's dissing me, so I'm gonna just say all kinds of crazy shit about
Still-
him.
man,
still-
just
still
throw
mad-
that
still
wall
mad-
figure
Because,
stick.
still
in
mad at-
2001, Nas was not lit, bro. So what he did was he
Stillmatic
threw
was an album
everything.
from a washed up rapper. He was washed up on
He threw
Stillmatic.
everything at the wall that he wanted to say because no one was checking for Nas in 2001.
That is a fact.
Nobody was checking
That
for
album
Nas.
was the resurgence.
Nobody
It was a
Nas.
resurgence.
Yeah.
because
That's a
nobody
fact.
was checking for Nas.
He was off the
So
scope
what?
for
So
a
all
little
he did
while.
was rap like an angry old rapper who
So
couldn't
what?
believe that the new hot nigga
So
was
what?
talking shit about him. Ain't no different from what his
Hov had
KRS
a
was
slump.
doing.
Hov
There's
had
a lot of-
slump
there's a lot
in
of-
2006.
We're not talking about that right now.
I'm just saying,
That's
everybody's allowed to
post-retire.
slump.
Talking
There's a
about-
lot of nuances
Everybody's
in that
allowed-
record,
Every
man.
time I
slump.
shoot down one of your points, you start reaching for some other
Everybody's
bullshit.
allowed
It's all
their
good.
slump.
It's a-
Nas had a slump, and he came back
You
and
got some,
roasted
you
Hov.
got, you got some more
That's it.
bars?
It's a lot of nuances though. 'cause
How much of Biggie rhymes is gonna
Right,
come out
it's
your
a lot.
fat lips?
I never agree with
Yeah,
that
that was-
line. I never agree with that line.
That was a good
I never
bar.
agree with that line.
Why?
'Cause
Why
I feel
is
like
that?
I feel like if I have a brother in arms and he passes away, you know what I'm saying? He's a rapper. Why wouldn't I keep his name alive? You know what I'm saying? By throwing his lyrics out. The world already knows his lyrics. It's not like I'm keeping nothing
Right.
secret. I'm
Oh,
just
now it's facts? You just
Nah,
agreed
nah,
with me a second ago. Now that's facts.
when new facts are introduced, you gotta go with the new facts. Like I always thought that was dope. I always felt like if anything happened to
I'm not to
Kiss,
be trusted here.
I better hear Styles P lines from Kiss. You know what I'm saying? And
But-
vice versa.
And you know what? Since niggas want to jump into the future, who's the most bit off rapper today? Not Hov. Niggas all
There
over
you
the
have
country
it.
quote Hov lyrics.
That is a
What
fact.
we do? They ain't quoting Nas. They quoting Hov.
it's the nuances of
No
the
na-
record.
no
that
Nas
you-
quotes?
You gotta
can't
remember
quote
that
Nas,
record
'cause
started off with the "Who shot your
Nas
gunshots."
bars go over everybody's
Oh.
head.
You heard?
He too complex for them.
Fuck are you talking about?
The song
That's
the song
another
starts-
conversation for
He
another
too
day right
complex.
there.
Too
the
philosophical.
song starts with the "Who shot your gunshots."
True.
You know what I'm saying? Then you hear the chopped and screwed Pac, fuck Jay-Z. It just the way the record was orchestrated was really phenomenal though.
Nah, you know what it
It
is?
really was.
Yeah,
It was a great record. Like, again, y'all have never heard me say Ether was trash. It was a great record. I could listen to both disses right now
course.
and get in my pocket.
Of course.
But I just feel like the time, like timing is everything. Jay-Z at a time where, much like we talked about in the group chat with Diddy, it's a certain time when you're a rapper and you get to a certain level of success. Hip hop is still in a space where if you got too famous, niggas started to push
away.
back against
Yeah,
you.
agreed.
You were going against the grain or the essence of what this shit was supposed to be about. And then you have a nigga who you can say like is the embodiment, the living embodiment of the essence is Nas, right?
Yeah.
And Jay has the temerity to diss him, and it's good.
Yeah.
Honestly, Nas had the greatest opening. Hip hop wants me back.
Yeah.
The number one rappers talking shit. The city is turning against him. Again, a lot of what inspired the blueprint was the city turning against him. And Nas delivered. We
Ain't
gotta
no
call it
love.
what it is.
And listen,
about
we
that
gotta
in the
call it
rap
what it
round
is.
And let me bring up this little conversation we had in the group chat because I think it was you, Deanie, or one of y'all shared. I think it was Mace. You shared like an article talking about like who had the crown in New York over the years.
It was
Right.
Mace.
Hell of an
Right.
article. We gotta talk about that on a later episode.
Yeah, for sure. And so, that 2000 to 01 or 99 to 01, I think it was Hov, right? And then it said 01 to 02, it was Nas. Right?
Job had a problem
and
with
Job
that,
had an issue with that.
You was trying to get me that day too. I wasn't going for it.
Hell
though.
yeah. Because he was trying to argue against that, like the city wasn't behind Nas after Ether dropped and then Made You Look came out.
Yeah.
I mean,
they did
the whole
Hot 97
city
I
did
was
a
feel,
poll.
behind
I
the
feel
homie.
like 02 was more Nas than 01. If I have a say in the argument, I feel like 01 because it ain't like Hov just vanished. He was very present in 01.
Yeah.
But it was 01 into 02.
I feel like 02 was Nas. Flat
02
out.
was Nas.
I give that to
02 was
Nas.
Yes.
When Ether
02 was Nas.
when Stillmatic dropped, it really was handed over to
Yeah, but
Escobar.
look when Stillmatic dropped late in the year.
December 18th.
It rolled into
2001.
02. And then when fucking Made You Look came out, it was like, all right,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
I
phenomenal
conceded.
record.
When I always tell y'all the story. When Made You Look dropped, I was like, he got it, bro. He got
That was
it.
a hard record,
Because
man.
I liked it. I'm
Yeah.
like, and I hated myself for liking the shit. I'm like, damn, this song is fucking
You
hard.
wasn't feeling that excuse me, miss, so what made you look, Joe?
No, a nigga, Blueprint 2 is too much fluff.
Probably feels like when a Drake song drops that I
Bro, I
like.
was sick to my stomach that I was
I'd
bopping
be
my
sick.
head.
I'm like,
and then
I don't
the
wanna like
remix
this
dropped.
Drake
And I'm
song.
like,
This is
hard too.
It took us about 15 minutes into the episode for OVO Sin to mention
OVO
Drake.
Sin.
OVO
Sin.
Sin.
NLE Job and OVO Sin. What's
Walk 'em
good?
down.
Bro, but overall, out of the beef, I'll tell you this. Like, there's some great rap. I feel like popular hip hop has marginalized the beef to those 2 songs, 2.5 if you want to throw Super Ugly in there. But there was so much better disses on the side records. The Don't You Knows, the People Talking, the Stillmatic Freestyle, all of these joints.
Stillmatic Freestyle.
Last Real
Last
Nigga
Real
Alive.
Nigga Alive.
Like those disses to me landed more. To me, if you want to say bars and disses, those were the better disses to me.
agree.
You know what I'm saying? Than the actual popular songs.
One-line jabs.
Yo,
it's a
like Last Real Nigga Alive versus Blueprint 2.
Yeah,
We
that's
can
the
really
one right
That's
there.
the one to really talk about.
Remember, and what's that? The bridge is over. He said, even Jigga want the crown. How that sound? Poor thing. Remember that?
Shit.
Dude, it was a lot of lines in there.
And I
that's
just
Destroy and
recently,
Rebuild.
Yeah.
right there,
somebody
yeah.
posted one of my favorite Nas features is on a Scarface record called In Between Us, and somebody on Twitter posted an alternate verse where he was going at Hov.
Oh.
So
You didn't
there-
share that yourself?
There was so yeah.
But yeah, what's his name? There's a large pro in an interview with This Is 50 said that's actually the ether that we got is the pullback version.
Yeah.
They said that shit was on some heinous disrespect.
He
I
was
heard
talking
that.
about, like his girl's period blood or something
Yeah,
like
wish
that.
she was the one on the plane, like in
And,
reference to
and let's be clear, since we talking about this shit, if I said I skeeted in your Jeep, left condoms on your baby
Baby
seat,
seat.
I won. I don't give a fuck about these rules that niggas tried to make up. Oh, he went too far. He went too far. No,
You hear that,
nigga.
folk? Tupac beat Biggie. Job just said it.
Well,
Just said it.
to be clear, Biggie never had a battle with Tupac, so how could he beat him?
Oh, you
That's true.
right. You right.
Score one for Jones. Counterpunch.
You're not, folks.
In 01, I thought Takeover was better than Ether, though. You heard?
Yes, sir.
In 2001, I thought Takeover was better than Ether.
Wow.
I did. In 2001.
In 2021, I still believe that.
I'll be honest, because people talk about like the the Takeover beat. I never cared for the Takeover beat.
Honestly-
because I guess I always kind of had a producer ear and I listened to it and I was like, this is just a
It was a
rock
loop. Yeah, it wasn't.
It's just a rock loop.
It was
So-
nothing special about either of those beats.
I asked everybody at the
Exactly.
question this table at the table this question. The Migos already kicking in.
I see.
All right. If you had to endure said rap song, which one would you rather endure, Takeover or Ether?
Yeah, if I'm being completely transparent, I feel like there's no right answer.
What?
Because I'm gonna be sick either way, bro.
I'll be
What do you mean
like-
by endure?
I
Like-
think I would be more
Are you
sick
saying what's
by
the better
Ether.
song?
like directed at me.
Yeah, I think Ether would make me a little more mad, bro.
I don't know because
Dick sucking lips.
No,
Yeah, it was a
you're
little
right,
painful.
but
This
that's what I'm
nigga,
saying.
fuck out of here.
Nah,
Compared
but-
to Beans, you're whack.
We got to fight now.
Nah,
He's creating
but
drama in
the
deals.
lames, the cool nigga calling me lame, and everybody agrees. I feel like either way, I'm coming out with egg on my face, bro. You the fag model for Coconut Esco
That's a
ass.
good question, bro.
Went from Nasty Nas to Esco's trash, had a spark when you started, but now you just garbage.
Foxy got you hot because you kept your face in her pussy.
But you know what I'm saying? You said you could trade.
Listen,
Yeah, it just-
my
wins
child,
it?
listen,
Like-
this bar right here. My child, I've watched you grow up to be famous, and now I smile like a proud dad
watching his only son that made it.
And
Yeah, that
younger
was
than
painful.
Hov. That was bars.
Bars.
Oh,
Bars.
man. Oh,
It was
man.
bars to me. Like that was a heavyweight bout.
Don't life is harsh, hug me, don't reject me, or make records to disrespect me, blatant or indirectly. It was just like he really
He wanna
sexed
get
it.
fried.
he went-
So-
he
Nas
went-
got off. He got
Yeah,
off.
he went for the under the skin shit.
Yeah.
Before he came in
and
with
that's
the haymaker.
and I think to your point specifically, that's why Super Ugly was what it was.
Oh, that was painful.
because he got under Jay's skin.
sure did.
Because the thing is, again, Nas
I
didn't break
agree.
any ground. He said shit niggas in the streets been saying about Jay. You
Yeah.
go to a barbershop, you talk to your older cousins or your uncles and shit, they say the same shit about Hov.
It was the
But
chatty
hurt.
patty diss, but it was just so.
And then the shit that Sin said about, of course, Jay wanted to be. Everybody wanted to be next to fucking Nas, and Nas told you to get the fuck out of here. And it just reminded you about all the shit this nigga probably did when you was trying to get next to him.
He was the rapper's
now,
rapper.
Now
Yeah.
I'm the biggest rapper on earth, and you
Golden
saying this
child.
about me, bro? I'm gonna be sick too. Yeah, I fucked your baby moms, nigga.
Yeah. Condoms on the baby seat.
He lost his mind in that moment. If he would
Brutal.
have, Hov, you didn't have to drop that.
Yeah, that
People
was out of
talking would have been
line.
there. Even Royce the 5'9" has shared some freestyle like he did when he was dissing Nas, talking about like when he went to France that summer and niggas are still upset type shit. And I'm like, why you ain't drop this?
Me and Iris Sin got more in common. That was a painful line, bro.
This is what I'm saying, bro. It's a lot.
Shorty got a book deal off of that.
God
Yo,
damn.
Shout out to 20 years.
20 years.
Hov and
20
Nas.
years.
Legendary
Hov versus
battle,
Nas.
maybe the greatest battle hip hop's ever seen.
First time I ever seen Finn, he was arguing about this album.
Yes, sir.
That's
Genesis,
crazy.
nigga.
real.
Bury that
A lot of
hatchet,
history,
bro.
but he ain't
Yeah,
here.
yeah, salute, bro.
Toast to them.
This is a 10-year culmination right here.
More than that, nigga.